Colby, what did you think of Sule and sort of the way that he got you guys going offensively tonight? It feels like he was a big spark, an important spark.
Yeah, Sule's like he's like the head of Snake or our team. When he's going, we're going. So I mean, I think he played a great floor game as per usual, dishing the ball out and getting buckets and setting the tone on the defense end. So yeah, he was definitely the catalyst to our team tonight.
Sule, how did it feel playing in a game like this that was really back and forth? You guys tightened things up at the end there, but what was this game like?
It was a real fun game to play in. Obviously, coming off the loss against Indiana, we know we had some stuff to work on. We wanted to be the harder playing team and just build on the things that we needed to work on. So, and we knew we had a good opportunity to win. We just wanted to come out and execute that. We know how much this game meant to us, so we just wanted to come out and finish the game right.
Colby, it seemed like you kind of struggled a little bit early, but then you got everything going there in the second half, 22 points. You guys both finished with 22. What was it maybe at halftime that kind of flipped the switch for you?
I wouldn't say anything special happened. Just trying to play my game and stay in attack mode. I don't really try to get mine, so I just try to let the game come to me, and happened to find me a lot tonight. So.
Sule, what's been the toughest adjustment going from UTEP to Xavier?
I say, I don't want to say it really been no tough adjustment. It's just obviously I'm in a different position now, so I'm running the team more now. UTEP, I was more like I'm a guard, like I'm a combo guard, whatever you want to call it. Like I'm a player out there. That's what I've always been playing, but now I'm out there always running the team. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying, getting more comfortable with that and just doing that. So being in that position the whole time, running the team, getting guys shots, being in attack mode and playing defense, like Kobe said, being the head of the snake. So that's what I came here for, to be able to run the team, and that's what I'm trying to do.
What were you like coming up in high school and your first year? Were you a scorer always?
I mean, I've been, like, my whole life I've been a player. Like, everybody always says, is he a 2, is he a 1? Like, I've been a guard. Like, I could score, I can play make. I just been a player, so yeah.
Did you guys talk about your defense after this one? Sort of what the issues at that end, like what got to you guys down there tonight?
Yeah. I mean, that's been one of the main talks throughout the whole season for us. But tonight, definitely 3-point line. I know for me, I let my man get some quick shots up. But I mean, we'll look forward. Enjoy it tonight, but looking forward to the next game tomorrow. Just try to get better on the areas that we need to get better at.
I guess I'll start with an opening statement. Really great win for our team, for our program, and a big reason is that anytime you play a program and a team like Florida, we represent the Big East Conference. They obviously represent the SEC Conference. We have a ton of respect for their program, their coach, and their players. Coming into the game, I haven't seen a big guy like Colin Castleton, the way he can score. And maybe one of the reasons that we were successful here today is we did a pretty good job on him, especially in the first half. But coming out here, when you look at the field, it's a daunting task. You hope that you can get a win, and if you can get one, then you fight like crazy to get 2. But we're thrilled to be on the winning side of our first game.
Sean, what did you think of your offense, and what did you think of your defense tonight?
Well, I'll start with our offense. I thought we had some just kind of head-scratching turnovers. Not like in the game turnovers, but those turnovers that you're like, what just happened? And sometimes when you turn the ball over like that, it really works against you. I credit our team for kind of playing through a couple of those moments. But other than our turnovers, you look at our numbers. I mean, number one, we scored 90 points. We were 10 for 20 from the three-point line. It was great to see Colby Jones shoot the ball like he did. I've been talking about him, that he's a much better three-point shooter than he's shown throughout his career, in large part because he's put a ton of work in this offseason. So I thought him being 4 for 5 from three really sparked us. But offensively, other than the turnovers, we did a lot of great things. Defensively, we were better in the second half. I still think we have a long way to go, but I felt like we were just tougher to score against in the second half, almost as if we got more confidence on defense as the game wore on, and that's probably why we won.
Sean, how far along do you think Sully is in terms of understanding the offense and making good decisions? Today, he looked like a point guard.
Yeah, so when we recruited Sully, we really didn't try to get caught up in playmaking point guard, two guard. I think the way the game has evolved, guards that can score, guards that can make shots, man, they're really valuable. And through 5 games, Sully really, like day one, he's brought that to the table. I think where he's starting to settle in on is just as he gets more reps is everything else. We challenged him defensively, and I thought for the most part he did a good job on defense in tonight's game as well.
Yeah, I know you mentioned the shooting with Colby, but where else has he really emerged since you got your hands on him in the spring? It just seems like he's so well-rounded right now.
He is, and look, he was well-rounded before I ever showed up. I think for last year, for a large part of the Big East season, if he wasn't leading the Big East in rebounding, he was one of the top rebounders in the Big East. Just think about that for somebody who's 6'6". That's quite a compliment, right? But so far this year, he's had 5 steals and a half. He's almost had 10 assists in a game. Tonight he makes 4 threes, and I'll say this, he is not 100%. He's clearly getting there, but he had an ankle injury that a lot of guys, especially against Indiana, would have elected to sit out the game. He didn't. And, he's a high character, tough, like you said, very versatile, well-rounded player. I'd like to think that, in college basketball, the way he plays the game, that he's one of the best.
Before you got here, one of the things that you talked about was that you really wanted to develop your bench and sort of have that be something that you take away from this trip. And while it didn't necessarily happen tonight, I think you got 85 of your 90 from your starters. What are you looking for? What's that process look like, and how long can something like that take to really sort of feel confident and comfortable in those guys that come in and replace your starters?
Yeah, I mean, that's very much a work in progress. I'd like to think there's a lot of teams very similar to ours. I'll give you an example. Desmond Claude, he has a very, very bright future. I thought in the one stretch in the second half, he made some really key plays that sparked us. When he made the three-point shot, you could almost see a smile on his face because you forget this is the first three-point shot he's made in college. So some of it is experience. And then, I thought Deontay Miles, he had a good jump hook, came in the 6 minutes, spelled Nunji, did a good job. But we're looking to grow that. It's going to take some time. This type of tournament, I think, helps make that happen. And tomorrow, obviously, we're going to need them to play more and I think better.
Looking ahead to your next game, how are you preparing for Duke, and where do you see your team maybe having some advantages or disadvantages in that matchup?
Obviously, I don't know a lot about Duke just because our game just finished. But look, when you have an opportunity to play Duke, it speaks for itself. I mentioned the SEC in Florida. Now we have the opportunity to play, one of the great programs in our country, an ACC opponent. And we have an opportunity to play them on a neutral court. And so hopefully, a lot like Oregon State, I think Oregon State did a great job, certainly played them really tough. Our goal is to play our best, and hopefully we can do that. I know it's a quick turnaround, so we have to be ready to go. No.